Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and whoever or whatever you identify as. Welcome to the Car of Chaos and welcome to another video. Right then, so, due to the ongoing conflict in Russia and Ukraine, Joe Biden went and did this.
Today, I'm announcing the United States is targeting the main artery of Russia's economy. We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy. That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports, and the American people will deal another powerful blow to Putin's war machine. This is a move that has strong bipartisan support in Congress and, I believe, in the country. Americans have rallied to support their Ukrainian people and made it clear we will not be part of subsidizing Putin's war.
So, America is banning all gas and oil imports from Russia, which is, I suppose some people would say, well, idiots would say, that's a really brave and strong and powerful move. Except, of course, Joe Biden also said this during his election campaign.
Number one, no more subsidies for fossil fuel industry, no more drilling on federal lands, no more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. Ends.
So, now we've stopped importing, now they've stopped importing all the oil and gas from Russia, and that he's also managed to make sure that all the oil and gas isn't being produced in the United States of America. We now get to a situation where, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States has just destroyed his own country. And it's very much akin to what's happening here. Obviously here, because people go, I mean, we show ultimate weakness. I mean, you either do something or you don't do something. You don't do what our government's done, which is said, yeah, we're really, really angry, but we won't quite ban the diesel and the gas just yet. We'll do it at the end of the year, because, you know, yeah. So, I mean, when it comes to something like that, you either got to do it or you haven't got to do it. But the thing is, this is helping perpetuate the self-created energy crisis. No, I mean, it is self-created, because the truth of the matter is the price of oil and gas is set by people who produce the oil and gas, but literally have no basis or in reality. There is no reason for oil and gas to go up. Now, some people will go, especially those people who work for said companies, oh, well, it's the, you know, it's the effort of actually getting it out of the ground. So why are you making ridiculous and humongous profits every year? I mean, for instance, BP, British Petroleum, who've raised their oil prices, their profits have already leaped by 44%. They're making billions of pounds and making us suffer. But of course, this is all part of the plan, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Because what we actually want to do is we want everybody to go to green energy. And the way we get to green energy is, yeah, that's right, taxing us to pay for the green energy. So we get taxed while we're using the fossil fuels and taxed for the green energy, which at this present moment in time isn't enough. And of course, there's the huge push for everybody to drive electric cars. The Car of Chaos is a 2-litre diesel Tucson. Now, for some people, those idiots who think that the world is going to die because of climate change and doesn't understand that things do actually work in cycles in the world, I'm evil. But then again, I'm also a white, straight male over the age of 50. So, I'm doomed already. Everybody hates me. I'm the Antichrist. But in any case, but the thing is, when I fill my lovely Car of Chaos up with a full tank of diesel, I can go for approximately 450 to 500 miles, depending on driving conditions, etc. Now, if I had an electric car, a trip that would take me, for instance, drive to where I go on holiday, I go to Birmingham-on-Sea. It's not far away. I know people call it Birmingham-on-Sea because a lot of brothers go there, but you know, it's not that far. It's a couple of hours. Now, if I was in this car, it's just over 100 and something odd mile. It takes me a couple of hours, depending on traffic and how fucked up Bristol is at the time. But, yeah, and I get there, and I can drive all the way around, and I've got fuel to come back again. Now, the problem is, some electric cars won't get me there in one go. I mean, I know, like a Tesla definitely get me there, but Teslas aren't, as you can see right here, aren't exactly the cheapest things on the planet. And I also have issues about the fact that what happens when the battery dies, as there's no way of recycling them, where do they go? You can't recycle the car battery that's in this car, let alone one that's the size of the car. And also the fact that our energy bills are going through the roof at the moment, so the solution is to get rid of this and get an electric car, which I have to charge up with electricity that's costing me an arm and a leg to do. So in reality, I'm no better off. I mean, unfortunately, of course, the out-of-touch politicians can't understand why we can't get an electric car. I mean, buy an electric car. They're only £200 a month. Only. Jesus Christ, my electric bill's going to be nearly £400 a month. My rent's going up to £800 a month. Where the fuck do you think I'll get this money from? But of course, somebody else said that, well, if you're moaning about your diesel prices, which is now, oh my fucking God, it's £1.57 as I drive past £1.57.9 pence a litre for diesel. But of course, the politicians haven't answered that. Well, you're worried about that. Getting an electric car doesn't cost as much. I think you find it does, because the electric costs that much. But oh, and of course the minor point that a fair few years ago, when electric cars were first coming on, they actually turned around and went, well, they did a simulation, a computer simulation of what would happen if all the people, if you know, the UK, there's Cornwall, that's Cornwall. It's a region in England on the coast. Beautiful place, beautiful place. Where our tin used to come from many years ago. All the famous major tin mines are there. Yes, come to Britain, it's a wonderful place. I don't know why I just did that, but I just did an advert for Come to Britain. Any case, I'm distracted. So, the population of Cornwall is up now. Excuse me. Now, they worked it out that if everybody in Cornwall who's got a car at the moment changed that car from a diesel or petrol to an electric car, and then all of them plugged them in at the same time at night to charge them, they would get fully charged. The downside is the rest of the country wouldn't have any power. And that's with coal and oil-fired power stations. And we're getting rid of them now with wind generators, which don't work if it's not windy enough or if it's too windy. And then we have the green power option of a nuclear power station, because it's green, it doesn't pollute. I mean, admittedly, when the generator runs past its service life, we have to encase it in concrete and it has to stay there for 200 years. But it's environmentally safe. Well, and of course, if it catches fire and we have an explosion, and yeah, it will probably kill everybody around it. But it's green, but we don't have enough of them either. But you get this feeling that sometimes this war is being used to exacerbate the energy crisis, to force us all to ditch cars and get electric cars and be more good for the environment. That's, of course, if we're all still around by then. So, if you live in America, I do apologise for the fact that your president that more people who live in the country actually voted for, including an awful lot of dead people in graveyards. I hope you're glad you got what you voted for, because Biden has just destroyed you. It's the same here. Our government's killing our industries, because what people forget is, as a person, an increased gas and electric bill is painful. But for a massive place, I mean, there's Morrison's I've just pulled in to do some shopping again. This building uses power. Now, if their bills go up, The only way they can compensate for that is to raise the prices of the food. So not only are we getting a high increase in electric and gas and diesel and petrol, we're now getting an increase in fuel, because also remember that most of the goods in the UK and in fact around the world get delivered by trucks. Trucks are filled up with diesel. Diesel's expensive, so the food prices go up. We've had 2 years of a pandemic that destroyed so many industries and businesses, and we've now replaced it with an energy crisis that will finish the rest of them off, and only the very, very expensive and lucrative will survive, and they'll survive by making us all poorer. And of course, now we have the ultimate thing to blame. Not the fact that our green energy prices aren't working, not the fact that we don't care about what you, as long as we make more money. It's all the Russians' fault. As I said, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just asking you to think. Just think. And then come to the realisation that perhaps things aren't as clear as you thought they were. Because if the media's telling you, it's a damn good chance it's a lie. And with that, I'm going to bring this video to a close. I hope you enjoyed this video, because if you did, please thumb it up and share it. I mean, share it all. I mean, I know these videos don't get to many people, but you know what? At least I'm saying something, because we have to speak out. Once we've stopped and thought about stuff, instead of sucking up what we're told, and use your brain yourself, then, you know, you might realise that we're in a really, really dangerous time. And the dangerous time is only making us poorer and the rich richer. If you want to watch some more videos like this, and don't forget that I've also got my gaming channel, Pitbull Gaming 66, please feel free to subscribe. And with that, and as always, and until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love you and leave you.